Hello HOSA members! As you can probably tell by the title of this video, this is going to be about the HOSA event Health Career Display. It's based on my personal experiences and I hope that through them I'm able to help you out. Now a little info on me. I am the 2017 first place Health Career Display winner for Illinois, so I definitely have the experience needed to talk to you about this subject. My partner's not going to be with me for this video, but I mean, that's not a big deal. If you guys didn't know, this is a partner event. That should be in your guidelines. Make sure you read your guidelines. But yeah. My partner and I, we did not place internationals, but I mean, we were freshmen, so cut us some slack. A little side note, I will be going back to internationals this year in Dallas, but not for Health Career Display. I'll be going for public health. I'll make a video on public health tips when the International Leadership Conference is over. Now, I will not be competing in Health Career Display again, not because I don't like the event, but because I like all the events that HOSA has to offer and I want to sample them all and grow that way. So you don't have to worry about going against me. Now, if you were in public health, I'm just kidding. Anyway, that's enough talk. Let me show you a close-up look at a board that I think is internationals quality. Also, if you are going to Dallas for Health Career Display this year, find me, hit me up. I'll be stressing about the public health event, but I like meeting people, so say hi. As you guys can see, this is a quality display. No, this is not the board that we got first in the state with. I actually think this one's better. This is based on what I saw in Orlando last year. This board is over nephrology. You can basically make your health career display over any health profession. So that's nice. Obviously, this is an event for the more artistic person, and I would not suggest doing this if you are not good with your hands. The whole purpose of this competition is to display information on a health career in an attractive and informative way. There are no specific guidelines of information required, but personally, here are my suggestions as to what you should put on your board. The first informative category that I would recommend is job description. This allows people to get a good overview of what the health career is mostly about. The second one that I would do is work environment. This gives people a relative idea of what their everyday life would look like setting-wise. The third one I would do is salary, mostly because knowing how much you need to get paid is important. The fourth one I would do is certifications, just to know what kind of licensing you would need to have to be a certain health career. Employment outlook is an important one because if there is a high demand for the job, then the likelihood that you'll get hired is much greater. Career skills is important so you can know and develop the characteristics needed to be successful in the field. Education tells you how to get to where you want to go. And job satisfaction is important because people want to know how happy they'll be if they choose this certain profession. Now, as a personal suggestion, instead of just having only information about the career on the board, I would also put a little information about, per se, the anatomy of the organs that the professional has to deal with, or maybe some procedures that they do on a daily basis. For instance, I kind of mapped out the anatomy of a kidney on here, the anatomy of a nephron, as well as some common diseases and conditions that nephrologists have to deal with. Let's take a closer look at those. This kind of showcases the more artistic side of the event. This entire kidney right here is either made out of clay or model magic. I will just say that took a really long time. Now, as we can see, I kind of painted lines on the board to kind of match certain kidney parts with their respective names. So right here we have the renal artery, the renal vein, the cortex, medulla, renal pelvis, which is this yellow part. You can't really see it right here, but right here is the ureter. So very good information while also being very pretty. Now, here are all the common conditions and diseases that nephrologists often see. There's a fun little band-aid on the kidney just to make things a little bit more artistic. Nephritis, renal tubular acidosis, diabetic nephropathy, renal artery stenosis, polycystic kidney disease, and renal osteodystrophy. I would highly suggest not putting anything on your board that you don't know. If somebody comes and asks you a question about any of these diseases and you don't know what it is, it doesn't make you look very good. So do some studying. And here we have the anatomy of a nephron. If you take a closer look, you can see that this is painted / drawn on, and it's popping off the board like pretty much the rest of the text and other things. I personally think that making things on a board 3D makes it look better and shows that you put the little extra effort into the appearance of your project. Now, right here we have the proximal convoluted tubule, Bowman's capsule, glomerulus, loop of Henle, collecting duct, vasa recta, and the distal convoluted tubule. In a competition like this, what I like to think is this extra bit of information shows that you are truly interested in the health career you are researching, and it'll just add some extra points because it shows you really know your stuff. Well, that's pretty much the end of this video. I hope I was able to help you in any way possible, and the only extra thing that I would have to say is make sure to add photos, borders, and stickers to your board just to make it look that much more presentable. If you're from Illinois, I hope to see you at next year's state competition, and overall, I hope to meet all of you at this year's International Leadership Conference. Thank you so much for watching, and always remember, the hands of HOSA mold the health of tomorrow. I'll see you guys soon.
Natalie, you remind me of my pediatrician with those glasses.
Yes!